6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, YouTube family? This is Clark Stars TV coming to you with an exclusive uniform and court creation. You guys might be asking, what is this crazy music in the background? Well, basically, that's the theme to the 1996 NBA All-Star game. If you YouTube the video, you'll hear this track itself playing. I just wanted to bring in that 1996 spirit to the actual video, bringing some of that new jack, or actually, I'm about to say new jack swing, that hip house movement or groove going on to this video. So basically, let's get into it. Here you can see the actual arena type thing. Absolutely not. Here you can see the home and away uniform. The home jersey is basically the West Coast jersey, and the greenish blue jersey is the East Coast jersey. And just to give you a little bit about my process, what I had to do is take references of this jersey, actual footage, photography, go in application called Adobe Illustrator, and basically reincarnate the actual logo type, since this font doesn't exist, or it might have been custom or hand done. So what I had to do is basically go in, redo, trace out all the lines, trace out all the vectors, and pretty much figure out the color samples, figure out how the actual color looked. There's a lot of misleading images on the net right now. You'll find a very vibrant blue and a more turquoise bluish green. So I went a little bit more with that. I kind of felt like that was more true to color, a little bit more on the blue side compared to, if you look at other references, it'll be really green, and I just didn't feel like that was the accurate color. So this one, I feel really good about the way that this came out and the color that I decided to use with it. When you go inside, you just pretty much see some presets. The things to keep note of if you're going to recreate this is that I use for the neck stripe 1, for the shoulder stripe 4, and again, this is just a really simple color scheme. It's that turquoise color with the orange and black, so it's really not that difficult to, or there's nothing really complicated about that. As you can see, the waist is stripe 9, and at the bottom I'm using stripe 13. Again, if you guys are recreating this, you don't have to follow this. This was just, I had a picture reference, so I made sure that I was just looking to see which was the best reenactment of the jersey. But again, feel free to change it up, feel free to add your own twist to it, your own stripes, all good. For the font itself, this is not accurate font. If you look at the original jersey, you'll have a more angled font. So shout outs to 2K for actually making this a really just great way to actually really customize these jerseys. I mean, I have no flaws about the whole process. It's actually one of the better features of this game that I've actually enjoyed working in, because the freedom it's there, and you're able to really recreate these jerseys. And shout outs to 2K again for the dev team for allowing that to make it possible, and actually for it to actually look good. Like, this could have actually been a disaster, and this really looks good. So that's the font 92 that I'm using. Again, it's not accurate, but this is the best, and this is what I felt was more matching with the font. Was a simple white and black, white inside, black stroke on the back of the jersey. Again, you have what you want to do is, when you do it with the names, you want to keep that white, keep the stroke black, but you want to give a curvature to the actual name. If you leave it default, it's just not going to be as accurate as it could be. So definitely keep that in mind when you're doing this jersey. Also, another key is that this jersey is the logo itself is really big, so you want to just have that wrap, and it's a little bit like more so in the middle to bottom part of the jersey, so make sure you just bring that down. I think naturally you want to bring it up, but because you don't want it to crash into the numbers in the front, that's definitely a key thing about this jersey. Let's go into the West Coast jersey. Same thing. It was really easy recreating this as well, because once I did the East Coast jersey, then the way the West Coast jersey basically is the same thing except for a difference in the icon. So what I had to do is also create two logos. I had to create this one. As you can see, there's the blue inside instead of it being white knockout, and a blue numbering. And on the side, the stripes, you'll see. Let me just get a more closer look of it. Basically the same design, but just with the blue, instead of it being black, it was blue, and the grays on the side is a little bit lighter, more like silver for this particular jersey. Again, I was going off the references. This is not a jersey that I particularly remember, but I just had the images to try to figure out what this looks like. So this is what you get. But I think it's pretty accurate. Also, as you can see, the chili pepper on the bottom right there, that should also have a knockout white, meaning that there's a white stroke going around it. Some of the other guys doing it, shout outs to them who did it, they didn't have that. So if you really want to make this accurate, you pretty much put that stroke on that individual logo or icon that you have there. Also on the top right of the shorts, there's an NBA logo. Unfortunately, the real jerseys, the real jersey shorts doesn't have that. Basically, that NBA logo would be going down to the left part of the shorts. I didn't want to put two logos there, so I just left it. It's fine. When you're playing, you'll never see it. So pretty much that's it, wrapping up for the uniforms itself. Let's get into the actual. Let's take a look at it one more time. Let's take a look at the actual court itself. So also a key to creating these courts is, especially these nostalgic time period courts, is that you kind of want to go along with the theme. So what I did was, as you can see on the table banners, I wanted to bring in that old school 1996. So what I did was I took ads from that time period. And put them in there, and I just kind of felt like that was just appropriate since this is 1996. You want to have those old school ads there. Like, as you can see, you have the Space Jam ad, you have the Gatorade, the old school Gatorade, the Game Boy Color, and then you have the beeper. Who remembers the beepers back in the day? That was actually my first means of communication back in the day. So, I'm a little bit more old school with it. But Martin was one of my favorite TV shows at that time. So just wanted to bring back some of those different details. Some of the things that I couldn't do, which I wish that I could have done, was been able to have more control over the side pieces. Like, as you can see, the Alamo Dome on the top left. There's some graphics that go in there. So 2K, if you guys are listening, to open that up to adding images, because there were some stripes or triangular parts of the logo that had to go in there, which I wasn't able to do because I didn't have that option. Also, if you can add the stroke on where you set the font, this is something that you can do in the jerseys, but you cannot do on this particular part of the game in the branding section. So if you guys can allow us also to add strokes, that would be really good, because what I need to do to finish this is a blue stroke around the actual font. As you can see on the top here, also East Coast, West Coast, there was some blue stripes that needed to be added, and also some stars at the top of here. There was no additional option to edit this part. So also, if you guys could allow us to open that part up so that we can create things. Also open it up to adding graphics, adding a graphic arena, kind of like how you have the uniform where you can place it any place on the graphic, having an option where you can place the logo anywhere on the arena, so that we can actually make light or bring these creations to life and make them as accurate as possible, because that's a challenge, and it's a fun challenge. So I would definitely want to 100% know that I'm able to do all those different things. Up top would be the 1996 NBA All-Stars with certain star design elements on there. And pretty much that's it. If you guys like it, hit the like button. If you feel like something is missing, something could be better, definitely comment. This is open for discussion. This channel is going to be open for the people's perspective, and definitely for the people who are paying attention to the more finer details of the game. Hope you guys enjoy it. Definitely subscribe, and look out for the next video. Here we're going to be doing custom jerseys, custom arenas, player reviews as I get them, and you're going to get an honest opinion about about how accurate certain things are and if they're not. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely, like I said, look out for the next one. Peace.